I was 19 the night my mother told me to pack what you can carry and leave the rest. It was raining, not dramatic movie rain. The cold, steady kind that soaks through your hoodie and makes everything feel heavier than it already is. My name is Elena. I wasn't the difficult child. I wasn't rebellious. I was the quiet one, the one who worked part-time after school, helped my mom with bills, and kept my head down while my older brother Marcus was treated like he hung the moon. The accusation came fast. Money had gone missing from my mom's savings account, $5,000 she'd been putting aside for a down payment on a small house. Marcus found transaction alerts on the shared family laptop. He showed her screenshots of transfers under my name. My bank app had been left open once. That was all he needed. I remember standing in the kitchen, hands shaking, trying to explain that I hadn't touched her money. Marcus crossed his arms and said, "Why else would she need cash? She's always out late." I wasn't out partying. I was working double shifts at a diner. Mom didn't yell. That hurt more. She looked tired, disappointed. "I didn't raise a thief," she said quietly, and just like that, I wasn't her daughter anymore. Marcus moved into my room before I finished packing. I left with 2 bags, $312 in tips I'd saved, and the kind of silence that screams in your ears. I slept in my car behind the diner for almost a week. The manager, Mrs. Alvarez, eventually noticed and let me crash on her couch. I picked up more shifts. I enrolled in community college. I stopped checking my phone for messages that never came. For years, I heard through distant relatives that I had run off, that I was ashamed, that I had stolen and couldn't face the consequences. Marcus told everyone I'd confessed privately. My mom repeated it so many times it became her truth. I worked through nursing school with scholarships and night shifts. I graduated at the top of my class. Later, I specialized in trauma care. I was drawn to people who had been discarded, mislabeled, thrown away too quickly. Maybe because I knew what that felt like. 10 years passed. I built a small but meaningful life. I ran a nonprofit mobile health program serving low-income neighborhoods. I had a team that respected me, patients who trusted me, a tiny apartment filled with plants I somehow kept alive despite 12-hour shifts. Then one afternoon, I received a message on social media. "Hi, Elena, it's Mom. I've been trying to reach you. We need to talk." I stared at the screen for a long time. Marcus had been arrested. Fraud, identity theft, embezzlement from his employer. During the investigation, authorities traced a pattern of small financial manipulations going back years, including the exact digital footprint used in the transfers from my mom's account a decade earlier. He hadn't just stolen from her. He had used my name. The police report detailed everything: IP addresses, login times, device IDs, the same laptop. The same night I'd been working a closing shift confirmed by payroll records. I still had saved in an old email folder. My mom called me after that. Her voice sounded smaller. Older. I didn't know, she kept saying. I didn't know, but I did know. I knew what it felt like to eat crackers for dinner, to shower at the gym before class, to sit in my car and wonder how easily love can disappear. Marcus's trial was scheduled months later. My mom asked if I would come. She said the judge might want to hear from me. She said it would help the family heal. I almost said no, but I went. The courtroom was colder than I expected. Marcus avoided my eyes. He looked less confident without applause. When it was my turn, I didn't speak from the stand. Instead, I handed the judge a written statement and a copy to my mother. In it, I listed everything: the date I was kicked out, the shifts I worked that week, the nights I slept in my car, the scholarship I earned, the graduation she missed, the awards ceremony where I spoke about resilience without mentioning her. And at the end, I attached one more thing: a screenshot from 10 years ago. A text Marcus had accidentally sent me instead of a friend the night before the accusation. "Relax. Mom will believe me. She always does." My mother read that line in the courtroom. Her hands started shaking. She covered her mouth, but the sound escaped anyway. A broken, raw sob that echoed against the walls. For the first time in a decade, she looked at me, not with suspicion, but with the realization of what she had done. After the hearing, She tried to hug me. I didn't step back, but I didn't step forward either. I'm proud of you, she whispered. I nodded. I'm proud of me too. We didn't fix everything that day. Some fractures don't disappear. They settle into permanent lines. But something shifted. Not forgiveness. Not fully. More like truth finally stepping into the light. Marcus was sentenced. My mom started therapy. She sent me letters instead of demands. I answered some of them. I didn't rebuild the old relationship. I built new boundaries. People sometimes ask if I regret not fighting harder back then, if I wish I had screamed louder, proven myself more aggressively. But here's what I learned. When someone is determined to believe a lie, no volume will convince them. The only proof that lasts is the life you build afterward. They said I ruined the family. 10 years later, the truth ruined the lie, and I didn't need revenge. I just needed the truth to wait its turn.